Hello everyone. Let's get started with the chapter number 2, that is the quadratic equations. Hello everyone. Up to now, which we have studied about the class 10 chapter 1 of the mathematics part 1, that is linear equation in two variables. So, the mathematics part 1, that is. So, the next chapter which we are going to study, that is the quadratic equations. In this chapter, which we are going to study about the various different topics, that is the quadratic equation, introduction, methods of solving quadratic equation, nature of the roots of the quadratic equation, nature of the roots of the quadratic equation, nature of the roots of the quadratic equation, the relation between the roots and the coefficient, and applications of the quadratic equation. So first of all, when you watch this video, so keep your mathematics part 1 algebra textbook with you. So as you can get understand with each and every part and the concept clearly. So first of all, there is a section which is the let's recall which is given. So you have studied polynomials last year. You know types of the polynomials according to their degree. When the degree of the polynomial is 1, it is called as the linear polynomial. And if the degree of the polynomial is 2, it is called as the quadratic polynomial. So जैसा कि हमने क्लास 9th में स्टडी किया है जो कि पॉलिनोमियल के बारे में. सो पॉलिनोमियल फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम कंसिडर करें एग्जांपल दैट इज द 5x+9. सो इस एग्जांपल में अगर हम इसकी डिग्री अगर x की कैलकुलेट करें सो दैट कम्स आउट टू बी द 1. So as the degree is coming out to be the 1, so it is the linear polynomial. Similarly, as there is the example that is the x square plus 3x minus 5. So here the degree of this quadratic equation comes out to be the 2. So it is considered as the quadratic polynomial. So there is the activity which is given in the textbook regarding with that. So first activity is that classify the following polynomials as linear and quadratic. So यहाँ पर अलग अलग जो एग्जांपल्स दिए हैं सपोज एग्जांपल इज 5x+9. सो वेदर ये क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल है या लीनियर. सो दैट वी हैव टू सी. सो 5x+9 जो कि एक यहाँ पर डिग्री ऑफ जो अगर हम कैलकुलेट करें इस पॉलिनोमियल की सो इट इज़ 1. सो ये एक लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल आएगा. सो एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 3x-5 विल बी अ क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल. देन 3x-7 विल बी अ लीनियर. 5x² which will be the quadratic polynomial along with that is 3x² minus 5x is also a quadratic polynomial. So now what is the quadratic equation? So जो कि क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल अगर हम यहाँ पर कंसिडर करें और अगर मैंने यहाँ पर इसे इक्वेट कर दिया जीरो के साथ सो दैट इज द इक्वेशन विच इज फॉर्मिंग that is x square plus 3x minus 5 equals to 0, which is a quadratic equation with the degree of this quadratic equation has to be the 2. सो आगे जो यहाँ पर एक सॉल्व एग्जाम्पल करके दिया है दैट इज संकेत परचेज अ रेक्टेंगुलर प्लॉट हैविंग एरिया 200 मीटर स्क्वायर. सो लेंथ ऑफ द प्लॉट was 10 meter more than its breadth. Find the length and the breadth of the plot. So as we are having here the rectangular plot given along with its area that is the 200 meter square which is given. So we have to find out the length and the breadth of this rectangular plot. So as we are not knowing the breadth of the breadth of that rectangular plot, so let's suppose or assume that the breadth of this rectangular plot is x. So now the length of this plot will become as the x plus 10. So as it is given in the condition that in the question that length is the x plus 10, that is the 10 more than the breadth. So as we know that the area of the rectangle formula which we have studied that is length into breadth. So it will be the length into breadth. Length is x plus 10 into the x which leads to the equation that is x square plus 10x. So after equating that we have got here the area of the rectangle which is x square plus 10x. अगर हमें और जो टोटल एरिया जो कि क्वेश्चन में यहाँ पर मेंशन्ड है दैट इज 200 मीटर स्क्वायर. So now we have to equate that x square plus 10x is equals to 200 with this to get the quadratic equation that we get the quadratic equation here as x square plus 10x minus 200 which is equals to 0. सो जो कि हमें अगर लेंथ एंड ब्रेड्थ उस रेक्टेंगुलर प्लॉट की कितनी होगी, सो व्हेन वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट, सो वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द रूट्स ऑफ दिस क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन that is x square plus 10x minus 200. So to find out the value of the x here, there are the various different methods or the types which we are going to study in this chapter. Regarding that, factorization method, then formula method, completing square method and all. सो यहाँ पर एक और कंसेप्ट है जो कि है स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ द क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. सो स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ द क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन इज गिवन एज ए एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी इक्वल्स टू 0, which is also called as the general form of the quadratic equation. And when we compare this equation, that is x square plus 10x minus 200 with this general quadratic equation or general form, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So we get here the value of a is equals to 1, b is equals to 10 and c is equals to minus 200. So if we convert, and the method by which we can solve this equation and we get the roots of this equation is the factorization method, formula method and all. So suppose about the factorization and all methods we will study in this chapter in the next part. So suppose अगर solve करना है, so हम मतलब यहाँ पर हम कैसे solve कर सकते हैं. So we have to firstly compare this equation with the general form, that is ax square plus bx plus c, and after comparing we get the values of the a b c here. So now we have to multiply the a into c and we will get here, that is the minus 200 into 1 which is equals to minus 200. So now minus 200 को हमें ऐसा split करना है कि उसका product आने के बाद we will get minus 200, and after doing the addition or subtraction of that particular two numbers we will get either the 10 as the plus 10. So two numbers which we have to consider in such a format that we will get as the product as minus 200 and the sum to be the 10. So minus 200 can be splitted as 20 and minus 10. So 20 into minus 10 which will get as the product, that is the minus 200, and 20 plus of minus 10 is equals to 10 which will get. So that x square plus 10x minus 200 will get as the equation x square plus 20x minus 10x minus 200 equals to 0. So this is the equation which we got here. सो आगे जब ये इक्वेशन मिल जाएगी, दैट इज एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 20x माइनस 10x माइनस 200 इक्वल्स टू 0. So we have to split it into the two parts to get the roots of the quadratic equation. So x square plus 20x minus 10x minus 200 equals to 0. So from this equation I can take out the x as to be the common. So it will become x of x plus 20 and minus 10 x plus 20 equals to 0. So x plus 20 and x minus 20 equals to 0, x plus 20 equals to 0, x minus 10 is equals to 0, x is equals to minus 20 and x is equals to 10. These are the two solutions which we got. So I am not a teacher in any of the school. So next that we are getting this here minus 20 and 10. लेकिन यहाँ पर माइनस 20 जो वैल्यू x की हमें मिली है, सो हम ये वैल्यू यहाँ पर कंसिडर नहीं कर सकते. सो बिकॉज कि यहाँ पर जो लेंथ के बारे में हमें पूछा है एंड लेंथ कैन नॉट बी हियर निगेटिव. सो वी विल कंसिडर the value of the x to be 10. So if we consider the value of the x is equals to 10 here, so we get the breadth to be x is equals to 10, and the length of this will be x plus 10 which is equals to 10 plus 10 which is equals to 20. So इस एग्जाम्पल में हमें जो लेंथ की वैल्यू जो मिलेगी दैट विल बी द 20 एंड द ब्रेड्थ विच वी गॉट दैट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ x इज इक्वल्स टू 10. So if we want to check whether our answer which we have find out is correct or not, so we can just take it by the multiplying length with the breadth, that we are getting the value of the area which is given already in the question, that is 200 meter square. So if we multiplied the value which we got as the length and the breadth, so 20 into 10 which will also gives to the values, that is the 200 meter square, and actually the area of the rectangular plot which is mentioned in the question, that is also the 200 meter square. So similar values we got. So the values of the length and the breadth which we have find out, that are the correct ones. So next is the solved example which we have given here, that is 2x square minus 7x plus 6 equals to 0 and x is equals to 3 by 2 here we have given. So we have to check whether x is equals to 3 by 2 is the root or whether it's is a solution of this particular given quadratic equation or not. So इसे चेक करने के लिए हमें जो गिवन इक्वेशन है उसमें x की वैल्यू पुट करके हमें चेक करना है कि हमें LHS और RHS साइड इक्वल मिलती है या नहीं. सो चलिए, अगर यहाँ पर x की वैल्यू x इज इक्वल टू 3/2 अगर हम यहाँ पर पुट कर दें इस इक्वेशन में, सो इट विल बी 2 इंटू 3/2 होल स्क्वायर माइनस 7 इंटू 3/2 प्लस 6 इक्वल्स टू 0. So after solving this equation, we are getting that 0 is equals to 0. That means LHS is equals to the RHS. So after getting this LHS equal to RHS, this confirms that x is equals to 3 by 2 is the solution of this particular given quadratic equation, that is 2x square minus 7x plus 6 is equals to 0. So next is x is equals to minus 2. So whether x is equals to minus 2 is the solution. So let's put that x is equals to minus 2 in equation 2x square minus 7x plus 6 is equals to 0. So after putting that, we are getting that 28 not equals to 0. That means that LHS is not equals to the RHS. So due to which that my x is equals to minus 2 is not the root of this quadratic equation 2x square minus 7x plus 6, and also it is not the solution for this particular given quadratic equation. Next is the activity which is given. So suppose if x is equals to 5 is the root of this given quadratic equation, kx square minus 14x minus 5 equal to 0. So we have to find here the value of the k. So k value we have to find out. So to find this k value, we will just simply put that 5 into the as the place of the value x. So k into 5 square minus 14 into 5 minus 5 equal to 0. So k into 25 minus 70 minus 5 equal to 0. So it will be 25k is equals to 75 and k is equals to, we are getting here the value of k is equal to 3. So similarly, as such type of the activities may ask in the board exam, so do prepare regarding with this. So next is the let's remember section which is given here. So let's remember में क्या कहा गया है कि ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is the general form of the equation where a b c जो है वो real number है and a is non-zero. Second is the values of the variable which satisfy the equation or the value for which both the sides of the equations are equal are called as the solutions of the equations. So the values which satisfies the equations, so they are called as the solutions or the roots of that equation. So next, so we will be seeing the practice set 2.1 in the next part. Still, if you are having any doubt of regarding with that, as practice set 2.1 is completed here, so we will see that practice set 2.1 question number 1 is given that write any two quadratic equations. So as x square minus 5x plus 2 equals to 0, this is one quadratic equation, and second is 3x square plus 14x minus 5 equal to 0. This is again one of the second quadratic equation. Next is the question number 2, that is decide which of the following are the quadratic equations. So from that, so question number 5, problem 5 which I have solved here, that is m plus 2 m minus 5 is equals to 0. So just multiply m with the m minus 5 and plus 2 with the m minus 5. So it will be m square minus 5m plus 2m minus 10 equals to 0. So m square minus 3m minus 10 is equals to 0. Here is the quadratic equation which we get, and this is the quadratic equation we can say. Next is the question number 3, third question, that is x square plus 5x is equals to minus of bracket 3 minus x. So let's get convert this. X square plus 5x is equals to minus 3 plus x. X square plus 5x minus x is equals to minus 3. So x square plus 4x plus 3 is equals to 0. This is the quadratic equation which we are getting here. So let's compare this to get the value of the a, b and c. So after comparing it with the general form, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, we get the value of the a to be 1, b to be 4 and c to be 3. Next move towards with the question number 4, that is determine whether the values given against each of the quadratic equations are the roots of the equation or not. So हमें यहाँ पर जो x इज इक्वल्स टू 1 और x इज इक्वल्स टू -1, यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 जो है उसमें वैल्यूज दी है, क्या x इज इक्वल्स टू 1 और -1 क्या इस इक्वेशन को इस इक्वेशन के सॉल्यूशन है या नहीं. सो टू चेक दैट वी हैव टू जस्ट सिंपली पुट द x इज इक्वल्स टू 1 in the given equation. So after putting and solving, we get that 0 is equals to 0, that is LHS is equals to RHS. So after this, that we satisfy that x is equals to 1, that is it is a particular a solution or the root of this given quadratic equation x square plus 4x minus 5 equals to 0. And when we put that x is equals to -1 in this equation, x square plus 4x minus 5 is equals to 0. So we'll get that -8 is not equals to 0. That means that x is equals to -1 is does not satisfy this particular quadratic equation, and it is not the root of this quadratic equation. In the similar way, you can solve the question number 2 which is given. Next we are moving towards the question number 5. So next is the question number 5 which is given. Find the k if x is equals to 3 is the root of the equation kx square minus 10x plus 3 equals to 0, and we have to find the value of the k from this. So अगर यहाँ पर जो k की वैल्यू हमें फाइंड करनी है और x is equals to 3 is the root of the equation जो कि हमें यहाँ पर दिया है, so we have to simply just put the value of x is equals to 3 in the equation. So k into 3 square minus 10 into 3 plus 3 equals to 0. So we get 9k is equals to 27, and k value we get here as the 3. So in this way we can find the value of the k as if one of the root of the equation which we have given. So question number 6 is given that one of the roots of the equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equals to 0 is minus 7 upon 5. So complete the following activity to find the value of k. So we have given the activity, that is the empty boxes here, and we have to fulfill it. So to find the value of the k, and we have given here one of the root. So similar way as we have solved this example, in the similar way we can solve this example as. So we have to just only put the value of the m as to be minus 7 by 5 in the equation, and we have to solve. So after solving that, we will get the value of the k as to be the minus 7. Next, there is the concept, that is the solutions of the quadratic equation by the factorization. So we have to use the factorization method to solve this example, and the factorization method as जो कि हमने एक example उससे related जो solve किया, so in the similar way we have to solve the practice set 2.2 questions. तो चलिए देखते हैं प्रैक्टिस सेट 2.2 का क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 जो कि है फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 15x प्लस 54 इज इक्वल्स टू 0. सो सबसे पहले इस इक्वेशन को कंपेयर करेंगे ए एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी के साथ. सो हमें यहाँ पर ए बी सी की वैल्यू मिल जाएगी. ए इज इक्वल्स टू 1, बी इज इक्वल्स टू -15 एंड सी इज इक्वल्स टू 54. So we have to just multiply the value of a and c, we get 54, and now we have to split the 54 in such a way that we will get the product of the two numbers as to 54, and by adding or subtracting we will get the 15 as the answer of the sum. So we will get that x square minus 9x minus 6x plus 54 is equals to 0. X of x minus 9 minus 6, x of 9 is equals to 0. X minus 9, x minus 6 is equals to 0. X is equals to 9 and x is equals to 6. These are the two roots or the solutions of this particular quadratic equation. Next we are doing the question number 6 of this question number 1 of practice set 2.1. 6x minus 2 upon x is equals to 1. So 6x square minus 2 is equals to x. So we get the quadratic equation as 6x square minus x minus 2 equals to 1. So equals to 0. So compare the given equation with the general form. We get the values of a is equals to 6, b is equals to minus 1 and c is equals to minus 2. So 6x square minus x minus 2 is equals to 0. So we have to multiply that a and c, and we have to again find the two numbers which sum or add will give the answer has to be minus 4. Answer has to be the minus 1 here, and the product has to be the minus 12. So the two numbers which we get, that minus 4 and 3. So after doing all the calculations and all, we get the value of x is equals to 2 by 3 and x is equals to minus 1 here. So next the question which we are solving, that is question number 7. So क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 यहाँ पर क्या कहा गया है, अंडर रूट टू ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 7x प्लस 5 अंडर रूट टू इज इक्वल्स टू 0. So a is equals to under root 2 after comparing it with the general equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c इक्वल टू 0. सो a की वैल्यू हमें यहाँ पर मिल जाएगी जो कि है अंडर रूट 2, b की वैल्यू मिल जाएगी जो कि है 7 और c की वैल्यू जो कि है 5 रूट 2. सो सिंपली हमें क्या करना है यहाँ पर कि a इंटू सी हमें यहाँ पर करना है. सो 5 रूट 2 इंटू रूट 2 विच इज इक्वल्स टू 5 इंटू 2 विच वी गेट हियर 10. सो यहाँ पर जो 10 हमें मिला है, सो हमें 10 को ऐसा स्प्लिट करना है दो नंबर्स में कि उसका प्रोडक्ट करने के बाद हमें 10 मिले, और उसका एडिशन और सब्ट्रैक्शन करने के बाद हमें +7 यहाँ पर मिलना चाहिए. सो द टू नंबर जो कि हमें यहाँ पर मिलेंगे जो कि है +5 एंड 2. सो अगर मैं यहाँ पर इस इक्वेशन को अगर यहाँ पर स्प्लिट करके लिखूँ, सो अंडर रूट 2x स्क्वायर प्लस 2x प्लस 5x प्लस 5 रूट 2 इक्वल टू 0. सो अगेन वी हैव टू मेक द पेयर्स ऑफ द टू. सो यहाँ पर से अगर हम कॉमन लेना चाहें, सो कॉमन विल नॉट कम हियर, but these two we can write it as under root 2 into under root 2. So under root 2 x square plus under root 2 into under root 2 x plus 5x plus 5 root 2 is equals to 0. So now अगेन यहाँ पर दो पार्ट्स हमें यहाँ पर मिल जाएंगे. सो यहाँ इस पार्ट में से अंडर रूट 2 में अभी यहाँ पर कॉमन ले सकता हूँ. सो अंडर रूट 2 एक्स विल गेट कॉमन, एंड यहाँ पर एक्स प्लस अंडर रूट 2 इन द ब्रैकेट. सो similarly 5 will get common from this, and x plus under root 2 equal to 0 will get in the bracket. So next we can take out the x plus under root 2 which is from present on both. So x plus under root 2 जब हम यहाँ पर common लेंगे, so we will remain with that under root 2 x plus 5 equals to 0. So the one of the solution x plus under root 2 is equals to 0 which we get, and under root 2 x plus 5 is equals to 0. सो x इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस अंडर रूट 2. एक हम एक इक्वेशन जो कि x इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस अंडर रूट 2 एक वैल्यू हमें यहाँ पर मिल जाएगी, और अंडर रूट 2 एक्स इज इक्वल्स टू -5 एंड x इज इक्वल्स टू -5 अपॉन अंडर रूट 2 यहाँ पर हमें जो कि सेकेंड वैल्यू यहाँ पर जाएगी. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन फाइंड द सोल्यूशन फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ द इक्वेशन ऑफ द क्वाड्रेटिक by doing this factorization method. Let's solve the question number 8 which is marked as the star in your book. So जो कि है 3x square minus 2 root 6 x plus 2 is equals to 0. So many of the students when see the under root in the equation given as the quadratic, they left this question, but as it is a simple one, so don't left these questions in the exam, as these are the score giving questions, marks giving. So try to solve this, these are the simple ones. So similarly कंपेयर करेंगे एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी के साथ इज इक्वल्स टू 0. ए की वैल्यू मिल जाएगी हमें यहाँ पर 3, बी की वैल्यू -2 रूट 6 और सी की वैल्यू यहाँ पर 2. सो सिंपली हमें यहाँ पर मल्टीप्लाई करना है ए और सी का, जो कि यहाँ पर मिलेगा 6. सो एज इफ वी मल्टीप्लाई हियर दैट a into c is equals to, that is 3 into 2 which is 6. Here we got. So again हमें 6 को ऐसा split करना है that we will get the -2 root 6 as the answer. So we can split it as the root 6 into root 6 which will get the 6, and we can write here minus minus. So the equation which is having with us, that is 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 equal to 0. So this can be written as 3x square minus under root 6x minus under root 6x plus 2 equals to 0. सो अगेन यहाँ पर जो बात आएगी कि अंडर रूट सिक्स अभी इसमें से कॉमन कैसे निकलेगा. सो दिस अंडर रूट सिक्स कैन बी रिटर्न एज 3x² माइनस अंडर रूट 3 इंटू अंडर रूट 2x माइनस अंडर रूट 3 अंडर रूट 2x plus under root 2 is equals to 0. In this way we can write down this. So now this 3 also can be written as under root 3 into under root 3 x square minus under root 3 under root 2x minus under root 3 under root 2x plus under root 2 into under root 2 is equals to 0. Now from this I can take out the under root 3x as to be the common. under root 3x अगर मैंने यहाँ पर कॉमन ले लिया, सो यहाँ पर बचेगा अंडर रूट 3x माइनस अंडर रूट 2 माइनस, सो सेम ब्रैकेट यहाँ पर भी आना चाहिए, अंडर रूट 3x माइनस अंडर रूट 2. सो यहाँ पर अंडर रूट 3x माइनस अंडर रूट 2 जो कि सो अंडर रूट 2 यहाँ पर कॉमन आएगा which is equals to 0. So this can be get as we will get here that under root 3 into under root 2, which will be getting that minus under root 3 into under root 2x plus under root 2 into under root 2, that will be the 2, and minus minus will get here plus. So finally we will get that under root 3x minus under root 2 is equals to be the 0, and under root 3x minus under root 2 is equals to 0. So we will get under root 3x is equals to under root 2x is equals to under root 2 upon under root 3. And similarly here also we will get the same solution, that will be the under root 2 upon under root 3. So this we can write it as a combined under root, that is under root 2 by 3, or x is equals to under root 2 by 3. So these are the two solutions which we got for this equation, as this is the important questions with the exam perspective. Next we are going to see the question number 12 which is given. So question number 12 which is given that m square minus 11 is equals to 0. So this we have to solve. So m square minus 11 is equals to 0. So this can be solved as m square is equals to 11. So m is equals to plus minus under root of 11. So m is equals to under root 11 and m is equals to minus under root 11. These are the two solutions which we got here. So in this way you can solve the questions related with the quadratic equation chapter. So if you are having any kind of the doubts or any kind of the query regarding with this, so you can ask in the live chat, or else you can comment in the comment box of this video. So thank you everyone for joining. स्टिल अगर आपके कुछ डाउट्स वगैरह होंगे सो आप लाइव चैट में पूछ सकते हैं, या फिर इस वीडियो के कमेंट बॉक्स में भी आप कमेंट कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट जो कि है जो सॉल्यूशन ऑफ द क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन बाय कंप्लीटिंग स्क्वायर मेथड, जो कि हम अगले पार्ट में देखेंगे. So thank you everyone for joining. We'll stop here and continuing with the next part of this chapter in the next video.